Hey Internet, Eric here. Today's discussion video is about a classic fantasy movie from my childhood that is not Neverending Story or Labyrinth. Um, it's a fantasy horror movie that played a lot in my household while I was growing up. Today I'm talking about Troll. I hate this cover. It looks like he's giving the middle finger. Um, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I discuss plot spoilers, specific scenes. This movie came out in 1986, so if you haven't seen it by now, watch at your own risk. Basic plot of this movie is we're following the Potter family. Yes, the dad's name is Harry Potter. And we're mainly focusing on Harry Jr., played by Noah Hathaway from The Neverending Story. They just moved into this new apartment complex, and one day, daughter Wendy is walking around, snooping around. She's kidnapped by this troll named Torok. He eventually takes her form, and in her form, he is going from room to room in the apartment complex, assaulting and then transforming the residents of the room, the apartments, turning them into miniature trolls, and eventually he wants to turn the whole apartment complex back into his fantasy realm, or to represent his fantasy realm. Noah Hathaway as Harry Potter Jr. gets help from a witch played by June Lockhart from Lost in Space and Lassie. She's a witch, and they band together to defeat Torok and save Wendy. Um, yeah, another fun one that like I said, from my childhood. Directed by John Carl Buechler. He directed Friday the 13th Part 7. I think Ghoulies 3. He's also Jack Cracker in the Hatchet films. Sadly passed away recently. A lot of fun. First off, we'll get into the characters. The main characters we're following is Harry Potter Jr., who is played by Noah Hathaway. Decent job. He's fine. He's not great. He's not horrible. I like him more in this than I like him in the Neverending Story, because he's not trying to be overly dramatic. He's just a kid trying to save his sister. But I like in the beginning, he's just an older brother annoyed by his sister, not knowing that she is this supernatural being or what have you in real life. He's got a good rapport with June Lockhart as Eunice. She's really good as well as like the protector of him. Um, she's got some comedic bits of it. She's very smart assy. Think of her kind of like one of like B. Arthur or Estelle Getty from the Golden Girls, just not as much of a bitch, but she's like that perfect resting bitch face. But she's also very sweet and back and forth. Like I said, one of the Golden Girls. So both of them are really good. We have Sonny Bono plays one of the residents, and he is just this disgusting swinger, and he comes off as that, and he's perfect in his role. Julie Louis-Dreyfuss, one of her first movies. It might be her first movie. She's a likable resident. Nothing special, nothing bad. There's some other residents sprinkled in here and there. The girl who plays Wendy, she's not really Wendy very often. I think she's kidnapped within like the first 3 minutes. When she plays Torok, when she's Torok's in her body, she's really good for the most part, just being kind of a little brat. Also being scary at times, menacing. I mean, it's pretty cheesy for 1986. There's only like one scene where she's going crazy in the very beginning that it's over the top, and you just want to strangle her. But overall, I think the performances are decent to good. I love the effects. It's John Carl Buechler. Like I said, he did Friday the 13th 7, so the effects are really top notch. I love the look of Torok, the troll. I love how just peaceful he can look here, along with being super creepy and super disgusting. There are times when just for no reason there are close-up shots of him, and you see the way he looks and just the makeup effects, and then sometimes they just throw snot on his nose just to make him look disgusting. Like I said, eventually, Torok, with the use of his magic ring, he assaults and then transforms the residents of the apartment complex into these little trolls. What he does is this ring comes out and he stabs them, and it's a really cool effect, especially when he gets Sonny Bono, because that's the first victim we see. He stabs Sonny, and at first it looks kind of like a mosquito bite, but then it starts pulsating more and getting big, and then Um, he gets like a little X cut on his arm, and some green stuff starts pussing out a little bit, and then Sonny, his head grows like twice the normal size, green slime coming out of his mouth, sweat, really, really gross and wet, goopy, disgusting special effects. Eventually turns into a cocoon, which I think looks like a giant turd, really. Explodes, and then in some really cool stop motion effects, the plant life comes and just engulfs the room. So that's really cool. And then the little trolls that like the little creatures that come out of the cocoon. So creative, so disgusting, so nasty. We got like one that looks like a pig, one that looks just like an evil Cabbage Patch doll with like spider legs, a fish one, kind of like the creature from the Black Lagoon. Really cool effects. I forgot another character that is really good. We meet Malcolm. Malcolm is played by Phil Cardo, I think. I don't know. He's in Ghoulies 2, Bordello of Blood. Little guy. He plays Malcolm, someone who befriends Torok as Wendy. Torok thinks he is an elf type of thing, so that's how they strike up this friendship. He also plays Torok when Torok's in the suit. Um, Likeable as Malcolm, sympathetic, super smart. I like how his character's super smart. And when he plays Torok, it's just a guy in a troll suit, but his body language is very menacing. So overall, the performances are great. Again, or not great, decent to good. John Carl Buechler makes the creatures look disgusting, for the most part. Oh, and I was talking about the creativity. Eunice, June Lockhart's character, has a little sidekick or a pet, which is like this talking mushroom with a human face that just sounds like Beaker from the Muppets. But it's cool how you see all this disgusting evil, and then you got this cute little mushroom creature. And speaking of that, one of the main things that this movie is known for is not necessarily the score, but there is a scene while Malcolm is over having dinner with the Potter family, and Sonny Bono has already been turned into the troll fantasy room or whatever you want to call it. Um, I think one of the other neighbors, like the military guy, was turned into one. But you have all the trolls chanting and making music, and it's very ominous and scary. And then it's mixed in with this sweet, beautiful whistling, singing noise coming from the little mushroom creature. I love that. It's very memorable. It's a very memorable score. Kind of like I would put it up there, like monster-wise, memorable to like Gremlins or Critters, any of those. So really love that. Um, Special effects are 80s Force Lightning whenever they're Star Wars Force Lightning whenever it's need to be used. Nothing special there because this is pretty low budget. I think most of the budget went into the makeup effects and the creature effects, and it shows. But when it comes to visual effects, not really there. But that kind of adds to the charm of this movie. Um, what else can I say? I really like how Eunice gives her backstory about Torok, how she was this princess and she was going to marry Torok. Torok was a human, and because of what he wanted to do, he was turned into a troll and banished away, for a long, long time. And it's cool that when you see like this old painting of Eunice when she's younger and Torok when he's human, he's actually that's what John Carl Buechler looks like. So little nods like that is fun. Um, yeah, and like I said, I really love how Torok looks, both creepy and innocent at the same time. Just love the look of this. And then this ball here, that's basically that was Wendy's ball. She was bouncing a ball down in the laundry room, and he took her. Um, I like how the score gets really intense as the film goes on when Harry knows shit's going down. And like there's times when he's running through the hallway of the apartment complex, and he sees like vines coming out from under the doors. So the score is really good at being intense there. Um, yeah, I really really enjoy Troll. Um, Favorite of mine, like I said, from the '80s. A nice, good creature feature. A really good fantasy movie. If you're into fantasy, with elves and trolls and witches and what have you, magical powers. I did mention the low budget, not just the lightning effects and stuff like that. There is a scene at the end when everything's going down and Harry Jr. is trying to save Wendy. He goes into this like other dimension to find her, and she's like in this box, like Sleeping Beauty, basically. They have to fight this gigantic winged demon, which looks cool. Again, the special effects, the practical special effects look fantastic. The budget definitely went there because as that's happening, vines are coming out of the top of the apartment complex, and it's stop motion, and it looks horrible. So like I said, it could add to the charm of this film, or you could just sit there and be like, that looks like shit. And I gotta admit, those vine effects look like shit. But overall, I gotta say, it's not just nostalgia. I think Troll is a lot of fun. It's sadly overshadowed by Troll 2 and Troll 2's horrendous notoriety of being like one of the worst films ever made. And it's sad because people all watch Troll 2, and they don't really give Troll 1 a shot because they know you don't have to watch Troll 1 to enjoy Troll 2. But yeah, definitely give the original Troll a shot. Likeable characters for the most part. I like the Potter family parents. The mom looks like an 80s mom. She acts like an 80s mom. The dad's a dork. They have good chemistry. I forgot to mention them. Love June Lockhart as Eunice. She does transform into a younger version of herself, and I guess that's played by her daughter. I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but she's also an actress. Noah Hathaway does pretty good. Sonny Bono's disgusting as he's supposed to be. Louis-Dreyfuss is cute. Yeah, Phil Findicarlo or however the hell you pronounce his name. He's likable as Malcolm. He's got good body language as Torok. Great score, that chant. I love the disgusting look of all the creatures. Yeah, if you want an 80s creature feature, I've said it enough. Check out Troll. Highly recommended. That's it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Click the bell. All that shit. Comment below. Tell me if you've never actually seen Troll, but you've seen Troll 2, and maybe now you'll see it. Tell me what you think. Comment below. All that jazz. Thank you for all the new subscribers. I'm getting closer to 666 subs. If I get that and I keep it for a week, I will do a giveaway of crap in my garage that I don't want. Tell your friends, tell your enemies about this channel. Cheers and rat burgers.